Hello, my name is Cesar Col and I am a UX designer. In this video, I will show you what I can do for your application or website. I wanted to make a video instead of just showing pictures, because when a page has a great UX design, it's hard to spot where exactly it was applied. I'm going to show you two versions of the same website. First, the page I did in 2007, and then the new version I did recently. One of the keys to great user design is, of course, to know your market. And the market of this company changed radically from the time of the first website to the time of the second. First of all, when the first page was created, the beauty treatments offered by the company had already passed the early adoption phase, in which innovators go out and try new things, but it hadn't reached complete market acceptance yet. So the focus was on generating trust, and we did that by having this list of seemingly infinite videos of testimonials of actual customers. Now that the treatments have become widely known, people don't need to be convinced that the treatment works, but rather they want to be sure that you're the best option for getting that kind of treatment. So the company's strategy had to change to one of good value for your money. So as you can see, the price here is aggressively displayed. Now, the majority of the company's customers are women between the ages of 30 and 40. And in 2007, women in this category had barely missed the internet boom when they were in school, which meant that a lot of them were only now discovering what it was all about. And they were still impressed by flash animations. And as you can see, the page had plenty of them. And at the time, the users loved it. But years later, we invited a group of actual users and watched them as they went through the web page. By the way, there is no better input than talking directly to the people involved. So here's an example of what one of them would do. See if you can keep track of the amount of clicks needed. Let's say she was interested in getting a treatment for her arm. First, she would go to the treatment section, where she could learn about what the technology does. Then she would go to the results page to see before and after pictures. And once she was there, she would have to look for the images related to arm specifically. She might then now go to the frequently asked questions, and then again look for the questions related to the treatment that she wants to get. From there, she would probably go into the prices section and again look for the package she's interested in. And then finally, she would go to the clinics page to look for a clinic near her location. That's a lot of clicking around, and users were really frustrated with this now. So I redesigned the architecture from scratch. Now the whole content of the site revolved around the area of the body that the user wanted to treat. So continuing with the same example, the user would click now once on the area that she's interested, and immediately you will get the prices, explanation, the before and after pictures, the testimonials, the frequent asked questions, everything just in one place. So no more clicks, just one click. I know that these might seem obvious, but I challenge you to search for similar pages, and you will realize that most of the beauty clinics still follow the same architecture we had back in 2007. I also talked directly to the people in the front desk, the ones that answer the customers' questions both on the phone and in person. Again, talking to the people involved is always the best idea. I asked them, what are the things that you hear most from your clients? And without hesitating, they told me that people were very interested in knowing how many sessions they needed and what kind of results they should expect. I also learned that a lot of them confessed that they hadn't come sooner because they were ashamed to ask these kinds of questions. Imagine the amount of business that the company was losing because of this. So I talked to the doctors that actually apply the treatment. I feel like I'm repeating myself here, but yeah, getting close to the people who actually do the work is really priceless. Anyway, with a bunch of clinical photographies, of course with permission, we developed this scale to help the potential user with her decision. As you can see, this is not a linear scale. 6 sessions do not give you the double of results as 3. Now, I would like you to pay attention to the image on the left, the one used to select the areas of the body. At first glance, it looks like a regular image map, right? It's not. This is one of those cases in which the standard available solution only solves 90% of the problem. So you need to create a special control. Notice how some of the areas intersect with each other. For example, if I select frontal thigh, part of the lateral thighs get highlighted as well. And when I select the full lateral thigh, then part of the frontal thigh also gets highlighted. So just because of that, I had to create a whole JavaScript component for it. Also, notice the way that the banner with the offers is floating around. There are some algorithms out there that you can just download and plug it in your page like this. But look at the result. The movement is not as smooth at all. It doesn't give the impression that the banner is actually floating. So I had to remember my high school math and develop an algorithm from scratch. And I'm actually pretty proud of it. I also designed the page so that it would adapt to the size of the screen. As you can see, right now the page looks full of content, with some content on the left and some on the right. However, if I shorten the width of the window, then some of the content from the right moves into the left, keeping the whole design balanced. And finally, take a look at this corner. It might seem like something very trivial, but the fact that the contact information is always on site makes it easier for the user to be actually converted into a customer. This sounds silly, but I've been in pages where once I decided to buy the product, I had to find my way into buying the product, which doesn't make sense. And with that, I end up this video. If you like my work or have any comments, please write me to this address. Thanks for watching.